My beloved son, there is so much I want you to understand about the path you are walking. From the moment I breathed life into you, I set in motion a plan that is uniquely yours, a plan that is designed to bring you hope, fulfillment, and a future that glorifies me. The journey you are on is not random, it is intentional. Every step, every delay, every triumph, and every trial has been placed along your path for a reason. You must know this, my son, I am a God of process. Creation itself unfolded in steps, each day building upon the last. When I created the heavens and the earth, I didn't rush to completion. I took time to form the light, separate the waters, and bring life to the land. And when everything was in place, I created man in my image, the crowning glory of my creation. Even now, I work in seasons, with each one preparing the way for the next. In the same way, your life unfolds in stages. You may feel as though you are stuck, waiting for answers or results, but I am never idle. Even when you cannot see it, I am working. The waiting is not a pause in my plan, it is a part of it. Waiting refines you, strengthens you, and teaches you to rely on me. When the Israelites wandered in the wilderness for 40 years, I was not punishing them, I was preparing them. They needed to learn to trust me, to depend on my provision, and to become a people ready to inherit the promised land. Do not resist the process, my son, for it is through the process that you are transformed. I am not merely concerned with what you accomplish, I am deeply invested in who you are becoming. Your character, your faith, your perseverance, all these are being shaped by my hands. Think of the refiner's fire. Gold is purified by being heated until the impurities rise to the surface. It is a painful process, but the result is a precious, untarnished treasure. In the same way, I am refining you, removing what does not belong and revealing the brilliance of my image within you. The road I've placed before you is not always easy, but it is always good. The trials you face are not meant to destroy you, but to equip you. When you feel overwhelmed, remember that I am with you. My spirit dwells within you, giving you the strength to persevere. My grace is sufficient for you, and my power is made perfect in your weakness. When you are weak, I am strong. When you cannot take another step, I will carry you. Do not rush the process, for my timing is perfect. When you try to force your way forward, you may miss what I am teaching you in this season. Look at the life of Moses. He spent 40 years as a shepherd in the desert before I called him to lead my people out of Egypt. Those years in the wilderness were not wasted, they prepared him to guide a nation. Even my son, Jesus, spent 30 years in preparation for 3 years of ministry. Nothing about my process is accidental or wasted. Do not grow weary, my son. The seeds you are planting today may not bear fruit immediately, but they will in due time. Farmers do not harvest the day after they sow, they wait for the rain, the sun, and the time needed for the seed to grow. So it is with the work I am doing in your life. Trust that the harvest will come, and it will be plentiful. Comparison is one of the enemy's greatest traps. When you look at the progress of others, you may feel as though you are falling behind. But their journey is not yours. The path I have for you is unique, tailored to the purpose I've placed within you. Stay focused on me, for I am your guide. Trust that I am leading you at the pace that is best for you. When the enemy whispers lies into your heart, you're not good enough. You've been forgotten. You're wasting your time. Remind yourself of my truth. You are my beloved child, fearfully and wonderfully made. I have chosen you, and I will never forsake you. I am for you, and nothing can stand against you. Praise me in every season. Worship is not just for moments of victory, it is also for the valleys. Gratitude will open your eyes to my blessings and shift your perspective from lack to abundance. When you give thanks, you acknowledge my presence in your life. You recognize that even in the waiting, even in the struggle, I am faithful. Lean on my word, for it is a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. My promises are unchanging, and they are for you. Speak them over your life. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. He who began a good work in me will carry it to completion. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Let these truths guide you when the road feels uncertain. And know this, my son, the process is not the end. It is the journey to the fulfillment of my promises. When the time is right, I will open the doors. The blessings I have prepared for you will flow abundantly, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. The results will not just meet your expectations, they will surpass them. You will look back on this journey and see my hand in every detail. You will understand that every trial, every delay, every tear was part of my perfect plan. You will see that my ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts higher than your thoughts. So, my beloved son, keep walking. Keep trusting. Keep believing. You are not walking alone, I am with you every step of the way. The process may be long, but it is leading to something greater than you can imagine. Stick to my process, and you will see my faithfulness unfold in ways that will leave you in awe. My dear son, I know your heart is weary at times, and the road ahead seems long and uncertain. You may wonder why the journey feels slow or why certain prayers seem unanswered. But I want you to understand this truth: I am the God of all creation, and nothing I do is without purpose. My process is never in vain. Every step, every delay, every season is part of my divine plan for your life. From the beginning of time, I have worked in processes. When I created the universe, I spoke light into darkness, separated the waters, and formed the land. I didn't rush it. I took my time, crafting each detail with care. At the end of each day, I declared, "It is good." The same hands that formed the earth are molding your life, shaping it into something good and beautiful. Trust me, for I see the end from the beginning, and I know exactly what you need. The process is where transformation happens. It is where I prepare you for the blessings I have already set aside for you. Think about a tree planted by the waters. Its roots must grow deep before it can stand tall and bear fruit. Without deep roots, the tree would wither in the storm. In the same way, I am growing your roots, building your faith, refining your character, and strengthening your spirit. I understand your frustration when the process feels slow. Remember, my timing is not your timing. I am not bound by the constraints of the world. 1,000 years are like a day to me, and a day like 1,000 years. Trust that my timing is perfect. What seems like a delay is actually preparation. When you feel like you are waiting, I am working behind the scenes, aligning circumstances and opening doors that no one can shut. Look at the lives of my faithful servants. Joseph waited years to see his dreams come true. He endured betrayal, slavery, and imprisonment, yet he trusted me. Each trial prepared him for the day he would save nations. Moses spent 40 years in the wilderness, not as punishment, but as preparation to lead my people. David, anointed as king, spent years tending sheep and fleeing from Saul before he ascended the throne. These men were not forgotten, they were being made ready. My son, I want you to know that every season has a purpose. The waiting is not wasted. The trials are not meaningless. Even the moments of silence are filled with my presence. I am with you in the valleys as much as I am on the mountaintops. I am the same God in your storms as I am in your calm. Do not despise the small beginnings. Every great work starts with a seed. When you plant a seed, you don't see immediate growth. Beneath the soil, the seed is germinating, its roots are stretching, and its foundation is forming. One day, it will break through the surface, and you will see the fruit of what you planted. So it is with your life. The seeds of faith, perseverance, and obedience you sow today will yield a harvest in my perfect time. Guard your heart, my son. The enemy will try to distract you with lies, telling you that you are forgotten or that you are failing. But remember my word, which is truth. You are my child, chosen and dearly loved. I have called you by name, and I will not abandon you. My plans for you are good, and I am faithful to complete the work I have begun in you. When doubt creeps in, declare my promises over your life. Speak my truth, I am not alone, God is with me. I am not forgotten, I am His masterpiece. I am not defeated, I am more than a conqueror through Christ. Let my word be your anchor in the storms, a light in the darkness, and a shield against the enemy's attacks. Stay focused on me, not on the world around you. It's easy to compare your journey to others, but comparison is a thief of joy. The path I have set for you is uniquely yours. What I am doing in your life cannot be measured by the progress of those around you. Trust that my plans for you are tailored to the purpose I have placed within you. Worship me, not just when things are going well, but in every season. Praise shifts your perspective from the problem to the provider. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of my presence in your life. Even in the waiting, there is much to be thankful for. Every breath, every sunrise, every moment of grace is a gift from my hand.